Hey guys, welcome back to the Shantae and the Pirate's Curse playthrough. This part we're in the Scarecrow Fields, which are not that different from last time we came here. So yeah, there's still Scarecrow.
Not in terms of structural, but I see that they've gone a little less three-dimensional in terms of environment.
Oh yeah, the plain switchy hullabaloo. Yeah, that's all gone.
I don't mean the plane switching. I just mean the perspective angle on the graphics for the ground. It's completely side view instead of having sort of a tilted back.
Well, what's actually I was playing this on my 3DS a little while ago. What's actually interesting is that they're the assets that make up the ground are actually split in half, and if you play the game on the 3DS. It actually does look like it's a 3D kind of thing. It doesn't look. It looks pretty good though. Actually, it's easiest to see on the boardwalk in front of Shantae's house.
That's just layering though. I'm talking about artistic perspective. Like you could see the wooden planks, like a bit of the top of a wooden bridge when you walked across it, and in Risky's Revenge. And in this one, you just sort of see it directly from a horizontal perspective. Honestly, I think I kind of prefer the look from Risky's Revenge a little more.
Well, overall, I think the game just looks better than Risky's Revenge.
Oh well, just overall, yeah. But just in terms of how they handled that one pixel art aspect, I prefer Risky's Revenge in this case, but only in this case.
If only I had a hat to reach that.
Yeah, or a monkey.
Metroidvania.
If only I could transform into an animal again. Oh well.
I can pretend I'm an animal.
Also, Tangle Forest got cut down a lot, stupid lumberjacks. So...
Is that their justification?
I don't know, that's my...
It's definitely a lot short. Well, again, there's no plane switching, so it's just one coherent pathway. And it's done as soon as you get over that tall mountain structure right there.
Now we're getting into the verticality I was talking about when I said Risky's Revenge didn't remind me of a Metroidvania much.
The Shantae as a whole, dungeons excluded, is still a very much left to right kind of experience, but they do try to do more to make it kind of up and down in Risky's Revenge. Like, there are definitely a lot more areas that are...
you mean Pirate's Curse?
Yeah, sorry. I get the names mixed up a lot.
Shantae and the Risky's Curse.
Shantae, Pirate's Curse does have an awful lot more areas that are multiple screens high as opposed to just multiple screens wide, so that you get a little bit more to explore in kind of a squarish environment as opposed to just a hallway, which I think, again, helps in an exploration-y type thing like this. And also, I whip at everything to make sure that there isn't a hidden thing there, so if I'm jumping around like an idiot, that's why.
You've played this game enough times to know where everything is.
I'm paranoid, okay?
Paranoid? I'm just curious. One of my favorite tracks in the game, and it's only in this area right here, the Royal Library.
You come here like 3 times total. You come here to get... the first time to get the library card, then to get the squid oil, and then to go meet Brandson. So, yeah.
It's Brandon, Ted.
What?
Let me guess. It's a fetch quest.
Yeah. There are plenty.
Slightly, yeah.
There are plenty of fetch quests throughout the game. Although one thing I do like about Pirate's Curse quite a bit is that if you know what you're doing, you don't have to like go back and forth too much. Like. What am I trying to say? Like, for example, you don't have to talk to a person in order to make the item appear on the other side of the map, then go back to get that item, and then come back to give it to them. If you just get the item first, and then give it to the person right when they need it, you won't have to do any extra backtracking. So if you know what you're doing, you can severely cut down on back and forth kind of time.
Post-boss syndrome.
Oh, I love... The Squid Baron's great in this game. He's hilarious. He's also got, I think, some of the best character portraits in the entire game.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have any real detail to his design, so they put all of their effort into just making him really expressive.
Yeah, he's also adorable too. I'd buy the fuck out of a Squid Baron plushie.
Ye royal sewers.
Yeah, these are the sewers. You'll be coming back here a handful of times, even more if you want to get the the secret gauntlet, which has no purpose.
It's right up there, actually. You just passed it.
Yeah, you can. I think you can only get it once you've got the cannonball low. I believe so, at the very least.
Is it something you show off, or?
Yeah, I show it off.
Okay.
I thought it was kind of out of nowhere when I did this recording, but when I was playing my playthrough earlier this week, I made it a point to talk to everybody at every point, and they do mention like a secret training ground underneath the sewers. So it is mentioned that there is a secret thing down here. It's just there's not really that much of a point to doing it except for like gems. And by the point you can do it, like you don't really need the gems. So like
No, especially if you like know the best place to get gems, which well, I don't know. You guys may have different places to grind gems in this game, compared to me. Like
Tan Line Temple.
Tan Line Temple. That's
Or
where I
you
get
can,
all my
or you
gems
can take me to the mayor.
You can actually eat the flesh pops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to, the whole point of this area is to get flesh plops for Bolo, and you get them by killing these little snake thingies. You need 3 of them, but they're pretty decent healing items for this point in the game, so I'd get a few extra if you need them.
Fair enough.
Don't leave them unless you have 3.
I kind of appreciate that because it gives you a secondary. It's like it's not just you have these items that you can only use to get past this one point in the game. They have a secondary purpose too.
No, enemies drop all sorts of food items that you can use to refill your health, but they only refill like a certain amount of health, whereas the potions will always restore you to max. So, I never really buy potions in this game because the food items are usually more than enough. And I believe in the update that they had, at the very least, I'm sure that they updated the drop rate for flesh pops in the sewer. I'm not sure if they upped the drop rate for anything else, though. I'm actually not really sure what else was changed in the update or not, so, yeah.
I could probably find a changelog for you later on. I'll probably bring that up in the beginning of the next part, but I always got my way about auto potions. You never know. I don't think I've ever died in Pirate's Curse off the top of my head.
That got me game over.
I've just lost all my health with no way of recovering myself.
I've done it once in Mudbug Island, because fuck that place.
Oh, well, yeah, that place is dangerous.
Yeah. I usually keep an auto potion on me, but just one, because I'm a cheap fuck. I like to hold on to the first one from the beginning of the game as long as possible.
But I do agree, most of the time I do have bento boxes or lobster tails especially, like on standby, and maybe they did increase the drop rate for items, because when I looked at my inventory, or it could be because I played the game already before and I already know what I'm expecting, but my inventory was a lot fuller compared to my first playthrough. It was like, oh, look at all these bento boxes and lobster tails I'm not eating.
Okay, so what was our purpose in coming here?
We needed to find the map for Risky so that we could go to the first area of the game.
Before we did that, we got to get the library card from Sky.
And what you want to do, I'm forgetting that you can do this. Right away you want to give the library card back to Sky so you can get 100 gems to help you buy some stuff in the...
You see, you remember that, but you didn't whip the dog in Risky's Revenge.
Well, okay, returning someone's library card when you're buying it, that's a good thing to do. It's nice. Oh, whipping the dog? That's sociopathic, okay?
Nonsense. The end result's the same. 100 gems.
Yeah.
It still doesn't beat jumping on the polar bear on Crash 2.
No, what are you, monster?
John.
What? I'm a man that has his priorities and over.
You heard it here first, folks. John likes polar bears more than dogs.
Hey, polar bears
Always
are pretty
sitting there
darn
in
cute,
their
I'm not
chill.
gonna lie.
Drinking their Coca-Cola? Or is that just a commercial?
Only during Christmas time for some weird reason.
It's their beverage of choice.
Oh,
Shantae
yeah.
has 2 absorbing animations. One where she just whips it out in front, and one where she just wiggles her hips with the lamp. I don't know why they went out of their way to give her 2 sucking animations, but I kind of like it.
Ooh my.
Sprite detail is basically WayForward's trademark at this point, so I don't know. They felt like it, I guess.
It's a thing about sprite animations that the more you keep everything in motion, the more natural it's going to look, and WayForward does that a lot.
Oh yeah, it's like, I don't know. I'm trying to count. Like Shantae herself has about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers of animation on her idle animation alone.
Yeah, there's a ton of like stupid amount of detail in this game though. Like the Squidsmith there. If you walk behind her, in order to keep her sprite symmetrical instead of just flipping, she'll do like an animation as she turns where she blows upwards so that her hair falls over the other eye when she's standing the other way. So they flip the sprite, but they have an explanation for it in universe, which I think is just like, okay, that is an obscene amount of detail. Stop showing off way forward, Jesus.
Yeah, it's like, you know, if you play a good fighting game with sprites, you'll notice, like, even, like, for every animation, including the idle animations, there's always stuff moving at any given point in the game. The idea with sprite animation is to not fall into the trap where you wind up making it look stiff.
Yeah, exactly. I love the frickin' pirate outfit here. What's actually a cool detail is that makes no sense in universe, but whatever, I like it. Whenever you're using any of the pirate weapons as Shantae, her sprite briefly, for like a split second, changes to this pirate outfit she has for her portraits right here. So she'll just have a bandana on and the thing around her for a fraction of a second while she's firing one bullet off with the pistol.
Missed opportunity, I think. I think she just should have had the pirate gear from beginning to end.
I think at least for pirate mode, she should have had the pirate gear on the entire time. But
okay, there you go. I like that compromise. You're right.
Because I do as cute as I find that outfit, I also really like the standard Shantae outfit as well. I think Shantae's got a really great character design. Fuck these frogs.
They added the vest to this one, but is it on her sprite? I can't tell.
No, the vest.
Well, I can't tell because you're
Stop moving.
No, it's weird. The vest was actually in Shantae's Risky's Revenge sprite, but it wasn't in her portrait for some reason. I don't know why. They've added it to her portrait in this one, and I think it kind of fills out her character design personally. So,
yeah.
At least for when she's adventuring. If she's dancing, I suppose it makes sense to leave it out, but, whatever. Who cares?
Why do you think they added the vest in the first place, though? Because she didn't have it in the first Shantae game. We think it was because of limitations?
Maybe it probably would have looked a little bit cluttered on an 8-bit sprite. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, just a little bit, but, when you got room to add detail, you should probably go for it. It contrasts well with the rest of her outfit. Contrast is important in character design. It's like, no matter how much you like the color blue, you probably don't want to make the entire character blue. You want something to...
Well, unless if that's the only color with enough shades on the NES palette.
Yeah, but Mega Man's skin tone is not blue, though.
It's like, one of the things that I'll bring up is actually Dante from the Devil May Cry series. He's got a fuck lot of red in his costume, but there's always something else in his costume design that offsets the red.
Well, the thing that comes to my mind is... Oh, I was going to say the hair. All right.
Well, his hair as well, but he also has, his costume's usually not just red, but also red and black. And he also has all these different belts and buckle designs, and he has the cowboy thing going on in his Devil May Cry 4 design. And it's like... And then Nero's got the whole blue versus red thing going on in his costume.
Oh yeah, if you're hearing random beeping, that's me. One nitpick I have about Pirate's Curse, and this is really just a nitpick, but whenever you get like a key item, like the ring we just got from that old dude, the game always switches to the items screen, like the key items screen, so that you can read its description. But I really like to have the map open almost all the time. I'm almost never looking at the key items screen, so almost every time I get a key item, whether that be a heart squid or something that I need to progress, I'm almost always changing the game back to the map. So,
and that happens in both versions, right? Wii U and 3DS?
Yeah, that happens in both versions of the game. Again, it's a small thing. It takes like a fraction of a second to change back, but it's just something I wanted to point out, I suppose. Also, if you want to save yourself some time, I recommend going to the right here and whipping the ham. Because I didn't...
What?
Okay, it'll make sense in a moment.
Bear with me.
Also, do they ever give these two girls names? Because they're probably the biggest recurring NPCs in the game, and they don't have names.
Weren't we like in Arabia or something? Why do we suddenly have modern college
Again,
girls hanging around?
just a setting.
It's just
They
way
don't
forward
play
is
up
weird.
anything about it. Yeah, it's just the backdrop and nothing more. Everything else.
You got
is
the
free
ham
game.
stink. She looks so happy about that.
We beat the meat. Yay!
Say it with me now.
But you see those two girls quite a lot throughout the game, so you learn more about like what they're on spring break right now. You learn more about what they do when they're not on break later on, and I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Also, this area is weird. You need to go from the far right, then the one after that, and then you have to go all the way to the one on the left, and then hit the one to the right.
4, 3, 1, 2.
Yeah, which is weird, but I suppose they didn't want to make it too simple for you.
Wait, there's actually a prescribed order for that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they all go down at different rates. Like the second one goes down really fucking quickly, which is why you have to up that one last.
Oh, I see.
You don't have to mess with it too much. After you get to this area, you really only have to fuck around with it one more time. So, yeah.
I see. Probably to get to the other side.
Yeah, but you can't do until you get the hat anyway. So you'll unless if you want to get a certain secret, which we'll talk about at the end of the game, you really only have to go to Saliva Island like twice. So that's actually something I like too. If you're playing this game smart, you don't have to go back to old areas too much. Which is
If you're playing this game smart and not repeatedly jumping into a dragon's face.
yeah.
Do you show off the shortcut?
What shortcut?
There's a shortcut right here on that wall to the left. You can crawl into the little crawl space and you can jump upwards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah.
You're
I
showing
think
off.
I found that during this playthrough and didn't know what I was doing.
Ooh.
Which is why you're jumping around blindly, trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah, and then I go back in order to
It's like, no, this isn't right. Let me go back and do it the normal way.
basically I wasn't sure if I missed anything over there.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I'm guilty of charge with that, even with games I do play repeatedly. It's like that I should probably check the right side anyway, even though I'm pretty sure there's nothing over there.
So yeah, if you don't get the ham stink to start, you have to go all the way back down and climb back up. So fuck that noise.
Which doesn't take very long, considering you can just fall down where that hole is, and it
Well,
pretty much
no,
lets you ignore
falling
the
down
entire...
doesn't take the time. It's climbing back up. That's annoying.
True. It's like going down over upstairs. It's easier going down.
Let me guess, the college girls are directly below you.
What?
Have you played this game before? And besides, the name of the island is Saliva Island.
Yeah, don't drink the
Okay.
water.
Okay, you know, I know you're just trying to make fun of your enemy as they explode, but you know the dance is a bit extravagant.
No, I'm just waiting for the magic to pop up.
You forgot to hold left.
Yep, my mistake.
So you're climbing
You
up?
got the water turned on. Are they going to seriously swim in this?
Yeah, they don't know what it is. Even though it is
What?
called Saliva Island.
Yeah, this is
What
probably
just
the most.
happened?
This is probably one of the most bizarre parts of the entire game.
What just happened?
Their porcelain
This-
baby fresh skin was too much for the sunlight, so it created the petrified spell.
The saliva mixed with their skin.
Is this a
reflecting
bad
sun rays.
time to tell you what you're swimming in?
No, I love their dialogue. It smells like bath salts. It's really warm and kind of viscous.
Okay. That was... I'm not sure whether I should be laughing right now or not.
It's okay.
Lewis later spent the night filling his bathtub with his own spit to see the results.
I like how when she's not dancing, she looks like she's bouncing up and down on her feet, like, get in there, get in there, get in there. I want to move on already. Get in there, get in there.
That's one thing. Again, like one thing I love about Way Forward is that they show the characters' personalities through their sprite animations a lot of the time.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like, which I think takes an awful lot of skill. So, you know.
Oh yeah, that kind of stuff is important. It's kind of part of what made Sonic the Hedgehog work so well.
Oh, you mean that he tapped his foot occasionally?
That's enough to discern an attitude.
Not just his idle animations though. If you watch his face while he's doing stuff in the game, like whenever you stop suddenly, he'll look at you annoyed, that kind of thing. He has less frames of animation to work with at the time, but it still had a lot of personality by the standards of that time in gaming. What just happened?
Instead of unpetrifying his wife, we petrified the old man. And the weight of their stone bodies opened the way to the first dungeon.
I like how her reaction to that is just whoopsies.
Well, the name of that track that plays is called "Stare into the Abyss."
Oh, the do do do
Yeah.
do do. That just plays anytime you open up an area though. So
Yeah.